The Orlando Magic trade for Desmond Bane and the Memphis Grizzlies get 5 first-round picks, Cole Anthony and KCP. What is your reaction to Desmond Bane getting traded to Orlando Magic?
This is what I didn't expect that. I didn't expect them to go and get Desmond Bane. But I like it though. They started five would be Suggs, Bane, Franz, Paulo, Wendell. Um, so now that they have they point guard and Suggs now they got and then they have more scoring with Desmond Baines. I like it. I like it a lot. The defense is going to be a little bit better. Desmond Bane plays great defense. So there's not going to be a drop off there. And then the offense should run even better now and run more smoothly now because now you have a knockdown shooter in Desmond Bane, who was a 50-40-90 guy last season. And then on career, he's averaging 41% from three, 89 from the free throw line, and 52% from the field. So you got a knockdown shooter. So now it opens up driving lanes for Paulo and Franz. And then now you can't double Paulo anymore because he's just going to kick it to Desmond Bane or Suggs and they're going to knock it down. And then now you open up room for your young guys to see what your young guys got. And Tristan Da Silva and Caleb Houston and Jet Howard. So now you get to see those guys and develop those guys a little bit more.
I love this trade. I think the Magic did exactly what me and you always talk about every year. They didn't get the guy that we thought, but Desmond Bane is better than Simons. Might be better, but they got another guy. They got another scorer, another shooter. Desmond Bane is a decent defender. And another thing, he's another ball handler. So that means Paulo doesn't have to handle the ball as much, or Franz doesn't have to handle the ball as much. They got what they needed. And I know people going to say, well, it's 5 first-round picks. Bro, look, I always think of like, the Magic were just 41 wins. I expect them to probably at least get to 48 to 50 now. I expect them to get that with Desmond Bane. They could potentially be there. Could they be Indiana of this year in the East now? There's a chance. There is a hypothetically chance they could be the Indiana Pacers. And you gave up 5 first-round picks, but what are those picks going to be if we're going to be good? They're only going to be in the 20s. So now could you potentially get a late bloomer? Maybe, but we ain't thinking about that. We just got the guy that we needed. And look, Mikal went for 5. Rudy Gobert went for almost 5. But it is what it is.
Desmond Bane is better than Mikal. He's better than Mikal.
He's better. We know that. But maybe you have to pay a little bit more if this is your guy. And the thing is, you got off KCP contract. KCP was bad last year. He was just bad. And they was like, look, I'd rather pay Desmond Bane close to almost $40 million than pay KCP 20 and being bad. That's what we do. They gave up. What did they give up?
And then he just signed the contract extension, didn't he?
Not this past
I think
summer.
I think he got like 4 years left on his deal.
Yes, like so this is your core. Like, this is your core now. Suggs, Desmond, Bane, Paulo, and Franz. This is your core. So you're rolling with this for the next, 3 years. And I have no problem with it. They gave up the pick. They gave up their 2025 pick this year. The 2026 first-round pick, which is basically it's include Phoenix or Wizards. Technically, that might become a lottery pick because it's basically the Grizzlies get the worst of either the Suns or the Wizards. And if the Wizards are bad again, it most likely becomes a lottery pick. You get pick in 2028, 2030, and it's a pick swap, in 2029, top 2 protected. I mean, look, you live with it. I think this is a great deal. I'm like, they finally got another offensive scorer, bro. Now you have 3 legit offensive scorers on your team. You can honestly put them at the top of the East. I ain't saying they might be better than
top 6. I'll give them top 6 though.
I honestly think they might be top 4. They could be top 4. Like, just off of what we're looking at, and obviously moves have to be made. Like, you can argue, are they better than the Knicks right now?
Nah, I wouldn't put them over the Knicks. Well, I don't know. Depending on what coach they get, shit, that makes a big difference. But no,
Are
I
they
wouldn't put
better?
them over.
Are they better than the Pacers? Or are they in the
I
same
say just
tier?
by they're in the same tier, but if I had to say just by like a hair, just by a little bit.
I think we could put them better than Boston right
Next year,
now.
yeah. Yeah, right now, yeah. Because they ain't got Tatum.
Are they better than the Sixers?
I'll put them in the same tier with the Sixers. If the
Are they
Sixers is fully healthy.
are they better than the Cavs?
I don't think so.
So, like, you can argue there are technically a top 3 team in the East. And I saw somebody say they damn near they might go to the finals. I ain't say all that.
Yeah. It take a lot of luck.
It takes luck. It takes skill to get there. I love this. I love this for the Magic, bro. Like I really do it. This might unlock Paulo and France now.
No,
And
it
I and
will.
I and I and I like it because I think management said, look, you two are our guys, and we're gonna build around you two guys. We're not gonna break you up. We're not doing that. Because I think I asked you this months ago. I was like, this reminds me of how Tatum and Brown were. You know, two guys that are really good on a team. Who's the guy? Who's better? Do they fit together? But they said, you guys are our core players, and we're just gonna build around you guys. That's what they doing. And I love this for them. I give it like an A+ on the Magic side. And I think for the Grizzlies side, you can speak on the Grizzlies side too. I mean, the Grizzlies, I don't think this is not a rebuild unless they trade Jaren Jackson. I think this is a retool. And we talked about it a lot. You can't really sign 3 players to these super max contracts no more because then you won't have a lot of depth. And the Grizzlies, we talked about the Grizzlies had a lot, like one of the deepest teams in the NBA. And they chose basically to have that great point guard and that great big man and Jaren Jackson. And we're going to pay those guys, and you guys lead us to the championship. It did. And we do want to say make a move or whatever. We got 5 first round picks now. So I think it's an A+ for them too. They got off that big gigantic contract. Yeah, you get KCP, but that's whatever. But you get 5 first round picks for Desmond Bane. I don't think no one projected them to get 5 first round picks. They probably talked about it. It's like, hey, look, we'll give you 5 for Desmond Bane. You just got to take KCP and Cole Anthony. You said, what?
Oh, say less. Say less.
Yeah, what? For real? So, yeah, I think it's a great move for Memphis, too.
Yeah, I think it's a decent move for Memphis. Like you said, the picks are the most important thing because they could use that as leverage to, get another star to pair with Ja and Jaren Jackson or another player to pair with them too. Only thing is now they have a lot of guards. Now, granted, Ja does stay injured a lot, so Cole Anthony and Scottie Pippen Jr. would help with that. But yeah, it wasn't a bad move for them. It wasn't a bad move for them at all.
Bruh, I took a picture of like the extensions that. Oh, it's right here. So John Morant is a potential extension. Ja can sign a 2-year 128, and Jaren Jackson can sign 4 for 147.
You said 4 for 147?
4 for 147.
I'll get him that. I'll get Jaren Jackson that.
What is that? I know I'm sucking math. 147 divided by 4. That's 36 a year.
He ain't worth 36, but it's better than 40. It's better than giving him 40.
And Ja, that's 64
I
a
say he
year.
worth like
That's
I say
64.
Jaren Jackson around like 30, 32.
That's 64 a year for Ja. If he signs that 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you give him that, even though with everything that's been going on with him?
Yes, that's my star player. That's the guy that brings butts and seats. That's the guy that brings attraction to this team. He's the one that gets us these nationally televised games. So yeah, I'm paying Ja. Ja shouldn't go anywhere. If you want to trade somebody, trade Jaren Jackson. Ja can't go nowhere, bro.
Did you see that report? Did you see that report that said the Knicks see the parent of Jaren Jackson Cat as like a dream parent? Did you see that?
No, bro.
It's a dream front court parent.
Bro, ain't no they not well. Cat's been rebounding lately, but I don't know about that one.
I just said they foul too much. They
Yeah,
foul
bro. You ain't gonna have your best players on the court. They both gonna foul out. Over and under, they foul out. Hella games
together.
Yeah, together. They both foul out the same game.
How many games?
What's it? 82. I say 15. Over under 15
Under.
games.
Under.
That they
I'd say
both foul out.
under. Yes, that's a lot. I thought you was gonna say like 4. I thought you was gonna say like 4 games. Under. Easily under. Easily under. But I just would you if you're the Magic, would you have traded 5 first round picks for Desmond Bane? Would you have done it?
I mean, yeah, because we're gonna be good, unless it's like an anomaly. Even when Paulo and Franz both got hurt in the same season, they still ended up with a decent record. So it's like even if that does happen again, now them picks are not gonna be good picks. If anything, they're gonna be 15 or lower, if anything. So on top of that, what guys are coming out that's getting drafted 15 or lower that's gonna be better than Desmond Bane, bro? You're not really losing nothing because your team is going to be good for those years. So now I understand if it was like if they would have been butt or they're, what I'm saying, something like that, then it's like, yeah, you gave up 5 first round picks and y'all, but now y'all finna get up lottery picks to a good team. But that's not the case at all.
I think one of the good things is they didn't have to give up Jalen Suggs because I think Jalen Suggs would have been one of like the pieces if say you would have got like a better player. Let's just hypothetically say like he would never get traded, obviously, but like Luka, you would have to probably put Jalen Suggs in the trade at least. Is he worth? No, he's not. But I'm just saying he would be like the guy that has to be in the trade at least. And they didn't have to put Jalen Suggs in there. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league.
And then they saw their point guard problem by doing that. Because they need a point guard. Now all you gotta do is just move Jalen Suggs to the point.
Yeah, point. You got Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, Franz, Paulo, and you stick with Wendell. Now I know you said off camera, you said gotta get something better than Wendell.
Yeah, you gotta get something better than Wendell, bro. Like he's had enough time to improve and to prove himself, and he has not done it at all. Bro, it's it's bad, bro. It's bad when they starting Gogo Batazia over you. No, not nothing. Batazia ain't bad, but ain't no way he should be starting over Wendell some of these games, bro. Wendell played 68 games and he only started 51. He should have started every single game he played last year, and he shot 23% from 3 last year, bro.
He been trying to shoot threes, but he can't. But he doesn't hit them.
That's terrible, bro. His best year, he shot 37%. That was in 2023, 2024. He hit like 1 and took 3. But you gotta find something better than Wendell, bro.
I love this move. I'm glad they got the guy. Hey, Paulo's my guy. Paulo's my guy. Hey man, look,
bro, that offense is gonna be so nice next year because you literally got 5 players on the court that can at least shoot a 3. Even though Wendell is butt at shooting 3, he can still at least hit them. Bro, and so now it's gonna be so hard to close the gaps on Paulo and double Paulo and Franz, bro.
Bro, they shot from 3. They were 30th. They was ranked 30th in 3-point shooting last year at 31%. That is horrific.
They probably gonna be in the early 20s this year.
But the fact that Desmond Bane is there just changed everything. They were ranked 27 in shooting. He changes that. Points 105. He changes that.
Oh yeah, they at least going to 110 plus for sure.
That was ranked 28th in the league. Their offense was really bad.
And what was the 15th? How much is the 15th? Unless you didn't write it down. How much did the 15th score per game? Like you said, the Magic scored 105. What was the 15th team? What did they score per game?
Let me go look. I just looked back at my old notes when we was talking about the play-in, and I wrote like,
hey, but so obviously Paulo's the first option. Who's the second option? Is it still Franz, or do you go Desmond? Or do you still, or you put Desmond Bane though?
I think it's
because Desmond. I think Desmond Bane's the better scorer.
No, that might be true. I think it's still Franz though. I think Franz just need to work on his shooting. That's it.
Yeah, that's literally it.
That is literally it. I think it's still Franz. I don't think he Is
So
Desmond Bane better than Franz? I don't think he's better than him.
I don't think Franz clears him though.
I
I
didn't
don't
say
think he
clear.
clears him. I think he's better, but I don't think he clears him. I think Franz will be the second option, but Desmond Bane will be what will score more than him next season.
You asked for points per game.
Yeah.
Wait, who scored more points?
I think Desmond Bane will score more points. He'll average more points than Franz, but Franz would be the
You
second
think Franz
option.
can average 20?
No, I
Or
mean,
you
yeah,
think
he
all
gonna average
three?
20. I
You
think
think all
all
three
three
to
gonna
average?
average 20.
Oh, all
Yeah, I think
three.
all three.
He
Yeah,
didn't
all
even
three
average
gonna average.
20 this year.
He averaged 19.
Close to it. 15 was the Suns with 113.
Yeah, bro, they gonna score over that. They gonna average over that.
Yeah, the Magic was dead last at 104.9 points per game. Dead last.
Yeah, they
Dead
scoring more.
last.
Yeah, they scoring more than that, bro.
Shooting, I say in the middle of the pack was because shooting was ranked 27 at 44. It was around the Bulls were 15, they were 46%.
I don't know
And
if
with
they
the
gonna get there.
and with the 3-point shooting, 3-point percentage at least. Let me see. They were man, if it loads up.
But no, this is a great move by the Magic, bro. This is a great move. They are not gonna be taken lightly. If they can just find a way to upgrade that center spot, I would have a lot more confidence in them. And Wendell was literally the only thing that's holding them back, bro.
And
That's the
who should
only
they go
thing.
get?
They need a player. I say somebody like a Porzingis. I think they need like a Porzingis, a big man that can shoot, that can rim protect. Even though Porzingis doesn't rebound, but a rebounder as well.
He rebounds enough.
Yeah. And
He
then you got
rebounds enough.
Paulo. You got Paulo and Franz, so they can rebound for you too. They like to rebound too. So, but
That
a
would be
player
good.
like Porzingis, a player like Porzingis would be good for them. I think a player like Porzingis would definitely put them in that Eastern Conference Finals round.
Oh, I was just about to ask, where do you put them at?
Yeah. If they get
I
a
damn near.
Porzingis, they definitely
Hey,
EFC.
I damn near say they go to the finals, low key, if they got it. And a healthy Porzingis, healthy.
Yeah.
A guy that plays throughout the playoffs. I damn near say they go to the finals. I ain't gonna cap, bro. I ain't gonna say they gonna win, depending on who it is. They probably low key. I wouldn't lie. I think they damn near the best team in the East. Like I wouldn't. I will honestly put them over the Cavs. I probably would, low key. Like that team right there. Look, I saw Paulo and Franz with the worst scorers ever take the Cleveland Cavaliers to 7 games 2 years ago. And if Franz does anything, they win. Anything, they win. Now you add Desmond Bane and hypothetically Porzingis. Look, bro. They better than Knicks. They better than Cavs. They better than the Pacers, low key. Man, look, bro. People sleeping on the Magic, man. People are sleeping. The Magic are
Yeah, the Magic gonna be
good
good.
now. They
They
are
gonna be good.
now.
They definitely gonna be a top 6 team next year for sure. I don't know where at, but they definitely top 6.
Where are you putting them at in the league? Not just in the East, but just in the
Overall.
league. Yeah, overall. Where are they in the league?
Ooh, that's hard.
Okay, are they better than Thunder?
No.
Are they better than the Rockets?
Well, it depends on if the Rockets get KD or not. But
Well, we just going
as
on.
of right now, are they better than the Rockets? I'll put them in the same tier.
Are they better than the Lakers? Just like they probably better than the Lakers right now. At least I ain't gonna count.
Yeah. I don't know. Bron and Luka is a lot, bro.
You said that last time, and they just got smacked by the Timberwolves.
I don't know.
We both said that, and they got smacked.
I'll put them in the same tier as the Lakers.
Are they better than who was the 4th seed? The Denver Nuggets.
Oh shit, they in the same tier with them too.
Are they better than the Clippers?
I want to say yeah. My gut's saying yeah.
Are they better than the Timberwolves?
Yeah.
Are they better than the Warriors?
Yeah.
I think every other team they better than. Are they better than the Mavericks? With Kyrie. I'm putting Kyrie in there. I'm putting Kyrie in there. We know they're getting Coop Flag, so with Kyrie.
I don't know though. They in the same tier with a lot of those teams in the West. So I can't necessarily say they like top 10 or top 15 because there's so many good teams in the West that they in the same tier with. Like most of them, damn near all them teams that you name, they in the same tier with, probably besides not OKC.
They're probably low key in the same tier, or you can argue say they're better than outside of OKC. They can hypothetically they could be better than these teams. I'm not gonna count.
Yeah, not for sure. But I wouldn't. I can't say they like a top 10 team. I gotta see all the moves that's made this offseason. But they are definitely a really good team.
Are they top 15?
Yeah, they at least top 15 for sure. I probably I probably put them in top 15.
Okay, we're gonna get into our mock draft, but real quick, I saw a comment, and it wasn't on ours. It was another podcast I was watching. Who's the better player, Paolo or Zion?
I'm gonna go Paolo. Paolo rebounds better. Paolo rebounds better. His offensive game is more developed. Even though he shoots better than Zion, even though Zion doesn't shoot at all. But no, I'm gonna go Paolo. I think Paolo's the better all-around player.
I agree. I think Paolo a better defender. I think he a better passer. He a better shooter. I think the only thing, and he can do it too, he just doesn't get downhill like Zion. That's it. I think that's really it. But everything else, Paolo's better than him. And I like Zion. I really like Zion because Zion a dog. Don't get me wrong. But man, Paolo, I'm high on Paolo. I am really high on him, bro. Like, Paolo could be like that. Like, he has a chance of
like
really
I said, that nigga need to go see Melo this offseason. Go see Melo, dog.
Probably do though, low key. If
Go
he get
see
that,
Melo.
if he see with Melo, he get that little mid-range, that consistent mid-range jump shot.
Go see Melo, dog. Go
It's
see
over.
Melo.
It's over.